Hello and welcome to the shop. Today I'm going to be turning this blank for you. And as you look at that, you're probably wondering, what is that? Those are feathers. This blank is titled Fantastic Feathers. It was created by Underhill Creations, and I won this blank. It was a gift that was a giveaway at the 2019 Mid-Ohio Valley Pen Turners Gathering. Now I want to read a little something to you. This came from Underhill Creations. It came with the blank, and it says, "This pen blank is made with real feathers. It is the result of a 3-day process where the feathers are individually arranged and cast in resin. All of my feathers come from domestic pen-raised birds, making them legal to use and sell." The kit I'm going to make this to came from Classic Nib, and it is an elegant monarch. It's got a crossband on it. I know it may be a little hard to see in the baggie, but this is a beautiful kit. It's gunmetal and chrome, one of my favorite kits to turn. So there's nothing I have to do to this. It came basically already trimmed and ready to go. We're gonna head to the lathe, we're gonna chuck it up, and we're gonna turn it. I've never had this happen before. Take a look at the blank. On this end, it's looking really nice. Down on this end, the polyester resin is starting to melt. Look at that. I think I've built up too much heat with my my wheels here, and essentially I have melted that blank. Now that may not be too bad. The spot is right there. What I can do is I can make this the nib end, and I can cover that with the clip. But I'm just a little bit disappointed about that. I guess I heated it up too much. I've turned polyester resin before, and I've not had that issue, but I don't know. That's very disappointing. It's just right there. I'm over at the assembly table, and you'll notice this is not the Monarch pen kit. This is a standard Sierra pen kit. The Monarch is kind of an upscale kit. It's about twice as expensive as the Sierra, so I decided to back down on the kit since I had the issue. But the more I look at this blank, and I am disappointed as heck that I did this, but it just, I don't know. I am not comfortable. This side and this side. So right here and right here, I've got that issue, and I'm uncomfortable. The rest of the blank looks fantastic, but I am uncomfortable pressing this into a pin kit. So I think we're going to stop right here, and this is going to get put away for now. I don't know if I can come back and maybe put a coat of CA glue on there and smooth that out. You know what? Let's go try that. Let's head back over to the lathe, and we'll see if we can put a coat of CA glue on here and maybe seal that up. I am just so disappointed that that happened, and it was my fault. There's nothing wrong with the blank. This is a quality blank. It's a well-made blank. I held it too long on the wheel, and the speed was about 1250, and I had the rosin on there, or the resin on there, blue rosin, I'm sorry, and I just melted it. I've grabbed a little medium CA, and I'm just going to put a bead on this paper towel, and then we're going to wipe the entire surface of the blank in an effort to, you know, make it even from end to end. You know, that's not bad. It looks pretty good. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this CA dry, and I'm going to add one, maybe two more coats, kind of build it up, and then we'll come back and we'll very carefully micro mesh it just to level it out and give it a nice feel, and we'll take a look at it. I think we're going to be able to fix this one. Here we go with coat number 2. I'm trying not to put it on super heavy. I just want enough thickness to, you know, to fill any gaps down there where the burn was. Let's turn it off. It's looking a little better. It's going to take some buildup. I can see that, you know, it's filling in, but it's going to take a little building down there. All right, we will just continue to apply coats until we get it built up to where it needs to be. And I will come back when I'm ready to micro mesh, and I'll let you know how many coats of CA I put on the blank. Right after the first coat, I ended up swapping out the standard turning bushings for my non-sticks because I was worried that I was going to end up putting so much CA on here that I might actually glue it to those bushings. They actually have a long sleeve on them, and if the CA were to get beside the tube and get into this area, I don't know that I'd be able to get them out without soaking it in acetone, which would destroy the blank. I've got about 7 coats of medium on there, and if you look right here at the end where it was damaged, it looks great. Right there, you can kind of, if you look super close, you can see it. That is really the only spot. I am super excited about that. I think if we make this the top of the pin with the clip and this the bottom of the pin, I honestly think we may have fixed this one. So it is still fairly wet. It's still really tacky because I've put so many coats in such a short amount of time. I am going to use activator on this one. So let's get it spinning again. I'm about 12 inches away with the activator. 1 spritz, 2 spritz. I'm going to give it 3 spritz. All right, let's slow the lathe down. Now you'll see that the activator did dull the blank a little bit. I'm not worried about that. We'll micro mesh that out. Right there is the area we're worried about, but I think when we polish it up, I think it's going to look pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and get it off the lathe. Let me double check it here. Okay, it is not tacky at all. I'm going to go ahead and get it off the lathe. We'll get the bushings broke loose, and we do that by just giving them a little pop. And I'm going to take it over to my sanding jig. We're going to clean those fingernails up. Then we're going to put it back between centers and micro mesh it again. The plan is to move through the pads rather quickly. We don't want to spend too much time because we don't want to burn through the CA patch that we put on this end of the blank. It looks pretty good. That is the area right there. You can see the rest of the blank looks good all the way around. I think I'm going to go ahead and buff it again, being very careful this time, and I think we're going to be all right. We should be able to cover that with a clip, and I think we're going to have an awesome looking pin. This time I'm running the buffing wheels at about 850 RPMs. Got a beautiful shine on the blank. Pay close attention to this end. Right there is that rough area. Beyond that, I think we're going to be fine. Let's head over to the bench and let's get this assembled into a kit. I think we may have saved this one. It actually looks really nice. That was a close call. I was really worried. I've got fingerprints all over it. My fingers are full of wax, but I really think it turned out nice. I mean, I'm trying to get you as close up of a view as I can. I think that one little blemish is hidden by the clip, and the rest of the pin is absolutely fantastic. I'd really like to thank you for joining me in the shop today. I think we saved this pin. I'm really happy with how it looks now. I mean, I keep looking at it under the light, looking at it closely. It obviously is not perfect, but it's darn near. This blank was made from polyester resin. It was not an Alumilite blank. That had nothing to do with the issue. The issue was I was spinning at about 1250 RPMs on the buffing wheels using Blue Rouge, and I really held this thing on there and I put some pressure into it. I think I built up too much heat, and once you turn it down, the polyester resin, the layer was very thin, and I think I literally just melted the resin. So the blank, nothing wrong with this blank whatsoever. It was all on me, and the CA looks like it did a great job finishing it. That's one that I probably will hang on to for myself. This is not a pin that I would ever sell because of the blemish. I just wouldn't want something like that coming out of my shop. Would I give it away? I don't know, maybe to a family member, but I think this is one that's going to have to stay with me, and hopefully it gets a lot of use. If not, we can always take it apart, use the kit on another pin, and put this blank into storage. So I'd like to thank you for joining me in the shop tonight. I want you to know that you are always welcome in my shop. Come back and see me again real soon, and have a great evening.